I really do hate being sick, guys, but you know what? Got some Theraflu. I'm not being sponsored by them, sadly, but I am going to be doing this episode of story time despite my mild sickness. So, today's episode is undoubtedly the scariest, no, not the scariest though, but like the weirdest story time episode that you guys will ever watch, and the weirdest story that I will ever read. You guys have been dying for me to read this for a long time, and you know what? It is here. I am reading it. It is on Tumblr. It is called The Hat Fic. What kind of hat should I get? You know what? Since this is the hat fic, you know what? Be right back, okay? I think a proper hat is in order. Huh? Is this good? Is this good, guys? Yeah. Is this good? Is this a hat? I think because, well, think about it. Hat fic, hat. Okay, so you know what? Let's just get this thing started, okay? As much as I want to wear this hat, though, I'm gonna need to take this off because, well, I got these trusty little beats. Gotta wear these. Right, let's get this thing started. Okay, I have entered Tumblr once again, but this time it's for the hat fic. Okay, now there is a big clear warning that says major warning. This is the most horrible fic in the world. It is worse than the chair, skin, milk, and kitten fic. So major warning. Okay, I can take on anything, honestly. So you know what? Give me your best shot. Okay, so here it is. It's more disturbing than the kitten fic, though strangely well written. The hat fic. Hey Dan, can we get a hamster? I always wanted one, but my roommate never thought that we would look after it. Phil, we've talked about this. You wouldn't look after it properly. You can hardly look after yourself, he retorted. It wasn't in an angry way, but he never even took into account that I was older than him and I lived by myself before him, so getting a hamster wouldn't be that bad. I decided not to argue. Dan was stubborn and wouldn't change his mind. I was going into town later on anyways, so I needed to get changed. I put on my usual skinny jeans and a top on. I finished getting the few pieces of food that Dan and I needed and was heading back to the bus when I walked past the pet shop. I couldn't resist but walking in, and I saw a cage with a small, fluffy, black and white hamster in a corner. I looked at the price, £10. It was too small and cute to say no to, so I bought it and a cage. I walked out just as my bus arrived. I paid my fare and hopped on. I couldn't stop smiling. My hamster was one of the best things I've ever done, or that's what I thought. I got home and shouted out to Dan, "Dan, come and see what I bought." He bounced into the hallway of the front door. "What's up?" I raised the cage with the furry ball curled up in the corner again. "What's up?" I raised the cage with the furry ball curled up in the corner again. The expression on his face changed from a sweet and innocent smile to sick and twisted one with an evil glint in his eye. "I love it. I was completely wrong about saying no to getting one." He sounded genuine, but there was something about the way he said it that made me feel uneasy. "So what's it called?" "Can we call him Striker, please? Please? I've always loved that name. I really don't know why." "Sure." His reply was cold and harsh. What was wrong with him? I shrugged it off and went into my room. It was only 9 p.m. I was tired and felt a bit ill. Okay, felt. I pulled my PJ bottoms on and slipped into bed. I woke up during the night, my body freezing cold, and I was unable to move. I opened my eyes and they were wide with shock. I looked down and I was naked with ropes tying me to a chair, and in the corner was a sinister looking Dan that was also naked. Whoa. Whoa. These two are naked. What's going on now? Are these two going on some BDSM type stuff? Like 50 Shades of Grey type stuff? Dude, no. Okay, I'm alright. I'm just judging now, okay? Morning, Sleeping Beauty. I was wondering how cold the room had to be for you to wake up. His voice sounded so fluffy and innocent, but the words coming out weren't. He was only wearing his fluffy brown hat. He pulled it off to reveal a small black creature sitting in it. Stryker. What the f was he doing? I don't normally swear, but the situation was so confusing and I was terrified. What was Dan going to do to me? Dan? What are you doing? Why am I tied up? Why? Why? I stopped when he moved towards me. His expression changed from being happy, like when I woke up, to murderous. Don't be scared, Phil. We're going to have some fun with Stryker. He cackled what's this? Menacingly? Menacingly. Okay. Menacingly. There it is, okay? He cackled menacingly and showed off his erect member, making mine start to rise. He put the hat down, Stryker still sitting in there, and faced it with his length, the perfect height to aim into it. Dan, what are you doing? Please stop. He stormed over to me and gave me a rough kiss. Everything will be okay, I promise. Dan grabbed the gag from behind me and put it over my mouth. He walked back over to the hat and began to stroke. Hold on, what's this? Began to stoke. Began to stoke, looking over to me as he did so. After a short time, his seed exploded into the hat, but he didn't stop there. He kept on going until the hat was filled up. Okay. He kept on going until the hat was filled to the top. The white liquid was nearly spilling The white liquid was nearly spilling over the top, and my poor hamster was able to breathe. It was doing the doggy paddle just to survive, and all I could do was sit and watch. Dan grabbed the hamster's head and pushed it down into his own Ew. Oh. After 5 minutes of his sick games, he pulled it back up, dead. He snapped the hamster's head. Oh no. The neck bones shattering and making me mumble that was supposed to be a scream. Tears flowed down my face, and he squeezed the blood of Stryker into the hat. He looked over at me. He was sick and twisted, but also kind of sexy. He picked up the hat and moved towards me, and with one hand undid the gag. "Open wide," he said in a sarcastic tone. I did what I was told. I didn't know what else was hiding behind me. He began to pour the sperm and hand-store blood mixture into my mouth, only for me to realize that I had my poor Stryker back in there, head and body. Oh my gosh. The fluid tasted disgusting, partly because it had gone cold, but also because I knew that it was my hamster's blood I was drinking. He pulled back halfway, though, not that I'm complaining, and said, "Good little Phil. Do I taste nice?" My eyes widened. What do I say? I was about to open my mouth when he slapped me. Speak! Wanted to raise my hand to my face. My cold face stung when his hot, sticky hand touched it. "You tasted amazing, Dan," I managed to choke out. Yeah, I do. Time for more fun? I didn't like where this was going. He pulled the black body that was coated in white from the hat. Dan ran it up my throat, causing my gag reflexes to kick in, and I vomited all over myself. Dan smirked at this and got on his knees. He began to lick all over me. His soft tongue was gliding all over me until it found his way to my throbbing erection. He started at the tip and worked his way all the way down, deep throating me. Oh my. What is this? What the hell am I reading? It felt so nice, but most people can do this, but it didn't last long. He looked up to me, his innocent brown eyes making me melt. "Promise you won't run?" You sounded so sorry. He got up and untied me. He grabbed me by the shoulders. "I'm gonna lie down. You're going to pour the rest of the hat on me and then lick it off, okay?" He growled. Sweet, loving Dan was gone then. I quickly nodded and he got to the floor. I grabbed the hat and poured it on him just as he commanded. I began to lick it off him. The mixture wasn't as bad as last time. I think it's because I'm not having it forced down my throat. Suck me off, Phil. It sounds so weird, but yet again, I did what I was told. I wasn't as good as him. I could only fit half of him in my mouth before I felt sick. I was going for what seemed like forever, but he pushed my head away. You've done well. But there is one last thing I will need you to do. He pulled out the hamster's head and from the pile of leftover sick. When you say stop, I will, but only if you think you've done good enough. I started to shake and tremble. Dan put his arm around me. It's okay. It won't be that bad. He hushed me. He was so much nicer again. Are you ready? He asked me, a sense of impatience growing in his tone. Yes, Dan. I stuttered out, and he quickly rolled me onto my front, his hand placed on the top of my back, pinning me down, the hamster's head in his other hand and nearing my rectum. I know where this is going. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, hold up, hold there, Casanova. Nearing my rectum. Oh man, Dan is sick. This is like the worst story time ever. Then again, I've read much more disgusting things than this, so. He rammed it in with no hesitation, and a burning sensation spread throughout me. For the rest of it, he used his manhood to push it in. I wanted to say stop, but he wouldn't. I know it. He finally got too much and I screamed out, "Stop!" I looked back at Dan, who just grinned. Come on, Phil. I know you can do better than that. He forcefully went in further, not quite all the way though. Dan, please, I'm begging you to stop. It's so sore. I pleaded, the burning sensation turning into a stabbing feeling. Dan stroked my hair and gently pulled out of me. The hamster's head was still inside me. It felt horrible knowing that I had a dead hamster's animal sitting inside my intestines. Dan put his hand inside me and he went deep. I cried in pain. I felt like exploding. He finally showed me his hand with the head in it. I wish the torture was over, but I knew Dan would have other plans, but this time he didn't. And just wrapped his arm around my hips. Let's go to bed, Dan said, pulling me up, and as he said so, I leaned in for a kiss, and so did he. He walked down into my room, and when we got in, he pushed me onto the bed. I thought he was going to want sex, but he was so caring and just spooned me until we fell asleep. I woke up to find Dan with the hamster's body and head in his mouth, chewing violently, bones snapping, crushing under his teeth. He had blood dripping from his chin. He crawled over to me and I licked it off for him. He grinned as though I read his thoughts, and he finished eating. And every month we buy a hamster. Oh my gosh. That was dark. That was dark on the steepest level. That was dark. Okay. I've got no words. Like, I got no words, guys. Literally. Like, what the hell? What the actual hell? I have no words. I have zero, nada, zilch, no words on what I, Julius Palma, just read. I mean, it's so explicit. I'm not even sure if I should upload this. You know, regardless, it's still going up, and I hope you guys are happy that I did it. I hope you guys are happy that I finally read this thing. And you know what, I got a confession to make. I mean, like, it's been fun making, you know, reaction videos of, you know, Dan and Phil, but you know what, I'm just like kind of sick of it. Alright, I'm pretty sure at this point that, you know, with that statement, I'm gonna get a lot of dislikes, you know, saying that I am, you know, that I am sick of it. I'm kinda am, honestly. But you know, there's this thing that, you know, I wanna, you know, please you guys. I wanna, you know, help you guys out. Basically, what I'm saying is that, like, you know, I'm just trying to, you know, get what you guys want. I'm giving you what you guys want, but then at the same time, I'm kind of feeling sick. You know, feeling sick about it because like I've been doing this for like what, 4 or 5 months now. I mean, like, and I mean, while the views are insane, I'm just like getting sick of it. I want to do my own thing, guys. All right, please. So I finally ended there with the hat fic. I don't think I'm gonna be doing any more Dan and Phil stuff for a while. I'm probably gonna get a lot of dislikes for this, but you know what? Let's just end it here, okay? And that's where we're going to end today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, like it. Comment down below on what type of fanfiction you want me to read next. Just not Dan and Phil. It's not Dan and Phil. Switch it up a little bit. Harry Potter, Twilight, maybe Twilight. Who knows? And subscribe to my channel for other crazy videos of this. I think I'm like emotionally scarred right now. So I need to, you know,